Hey y'all, I am back, and today I'm going to talk about an herb that I recently found, and it was very interesting. So, if you've been following my videos, you know that back in June I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I've had a double mastectomy, and yeah, so this is where I am now. Right now, I it looks like I have breasts, but they are tissue expanders, and I get them filled weekly just to expand the skin so that I can get an implant. This is about 210 cc's, which is very close to a little bit more than what I had prior to having the mastectomy. But I have been doing a lot of research because obviously I want to consume things that's only going to provide my body with the nutrients needed to, eradicate cancer cells and to, just take care of my body so that it's functioning properly so that this bugger doesn't come back, right? Because I have a long life to live and I want to see my grandkids because I only have one kid and I need to be around to have grandkids. Hopefully, I'll have multiple since I only have one and I only want one. But I'm hoping, I desire to be here to see my grandkids and do a bunch of crazy things for them. So I'm going to do what I need to do now to ensure that that can happen, God willing, not making any decision for God, but but I have this new herb. So I came across this herb, and it's called Haritaki. It's called Haritaki, and the reason I found this herb was because I came across oxygen therapy and the benefits of getting oxygen therapy. One, and this is something that I'm also going to do, food grade hydrogen peroxide. And then there's other type of oxygen therapy where they enclose you in this thing and you're just breathing in oxygen. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I do know some insurances cover it, but I don't want to do that. So I decided to look up herbs and foods that are high in oxygen. And the first thing that came up was this stuff. I took the plastic off of it, but I haven't smelled it or anything. Like, I haven't even opened it. So I don't know I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it tastes like yet. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing this. So I came across this and it said that it will increase your oxygen levels by 300%. This is Haritaki is actually a fruit that originates in India. So I hear it's also good for the brain, the digestive system. It heals ulcers. One part that was interesting is that it works on the non-mechanical parts of the brain. So it's really like a brain food, and it will make you smarter and things like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this can do for me. And there's also some spiritual benefits because it also strengthens your pineal gland. And if you do a little bit of spiritual work or anything like, that the pineal gland, that's said to be your third eye, right? So if you strengthen that, then you become more aware, and that would be great because I would love to be more aware. I do feel like I kind of slipped in that area, but I am slowly getting back on track, especially with having to go through what I've gone through the past few months. So I wanted to try it, and it says that you have to take it. It's best to take it at at night. And some people have said they've had some very lucid dreams after taking this. So I don't know. I hope it's not like one of those drugs and those crazy dreams you have. I don't know. But I'm gonna do it because if it increases the oxygen levels in my blood, that's what I want. And when you're putting oxygen in your body, it's said that when your body is fully oxygenated, right, you're giving your body extra oxygen because the oxygen that we breathe it's not enough to fully oxygenate the blood. And when your body is fully oxygenated, no disease can withstand it. So if you're feeding your body these oxygens, these diseases will eventually disappear. And you should also, I'm probably going to do it, but every time I keep going to the store to get the distilled water, because you have to use distilled water to do um, the hydrogen peroxide. And there's also a book. It's called The 1 Minute Cure, and it talks about the hydrogen peroxide. I actually have it, which is why how I heard of it. But I am going to do that. But I keep forgetting to get the type of water that I need to do it. So I'll probably start that as well and let you guys know how that works and how I feel and stuff like that. Um, and I'll do another video going over some of the pieces in the book. It's a small book, but it's really good. So um I'm on this whole oxygen therapy thing, and I found the Haritaki. So let's open it and see what it smells like. From the videos that I watched, I just hear that it's very bitter, but taking bitter herbs is not foreign to me. I take a lot of herbs that aren't good, but when I think about it, it's like, hey, the worse that it tastes, the better it is for you most of the times. So I'm not a stranger to it, but I don't even have any water next to me. So I'm gonna have to grab some to take this. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Good googly moogly. It doesn't smell any different from. I mean, if you're into herbs, like I love herbs. I've smelled, like, if you have ever smelled chaparral, if you've ever smelled chaparral, this is better than that. Like, chaparral is bad, and I also don't like the smell of hops. Ugh, I just can't. Ugh, it stinks so bad. But it kind of smells like smoke to me. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's do this. So, I'm getting ready for bed. I need to shower, but I wanted to go ahead and go ahead and take this so I can work in my system. And usually, I don't like taking any type of herbs or anything like that at night. I don't know. It's just my thing. I like to take them earlier in the day and let them just kind of work through my body throughout the night. I just feel like you're just making your body work and process something while you're sleeping instead of just getting a good night's rest, right? Like a peaceful rest. Even though your body's always working, but if you're feeding yourself something, then your body has to work to digest that and process it. So, but I just like, I want to give my body a break at night, just like I want one. But hey, that's me. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. Now, let me grab my water. Hallelujah. Okay, so here. Now this thing say that I need to take a tablespoon, but this look big. Not right now. But I'm gonna do it. It's what it says to do. So let's just get it in here. Like, y'all, I haven't tasted this or anything, so this is just like real reaction. Okay, this is a lie. Lord have mercy. Goodness gracious. I gotta put all of this in my mouth. I ain't gonna put this much. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be done choke. All right, so let's try it. So I got probably maybe half. I'm gonna just do half because that's a lot. I'm gonna just do this much. I don't think, maybe they made a typo or something. This seems feasible, right? That other one, I ain't doing that. That's a lot. But they say once you put, the best way to do it is just to put it in your mouth, and it's called chewing. So you want to put it in your mouth and chew it so that you can get the saliva going in your mouth, because that'll help the digestive process. So you want to make sure you get the saliva mixed in it, and then you can drink your water afterwards. So here we go. Okay. It's nasty. It's nasty. Bottom line. But it's not that nasty. At first, it's kind of really tart. Yeah. Lord Jesus. But anyways, it's not that bad. After it sits in there for a little bit, it starts to dissipate. Once your saliva starts mixing up in it. Right now, it's like stuck all around here in my mouth. I just gotta get it all out. Lord Jesus. Okay. Now I don't like mouth noises, so I'm sorry y'all had to hear all those mouth noises. Okay. Ugh. But it is nasty. So we're gonna see what it does. And I'll get back to y'all. I'm gonna do this every night. I got this from Amazon. This is what mine looks like. I got it from Amazon. Oh, see, I knew I read it wrong. I said must have been a typo, but this is a teaspoon. So yeah, 1 to 2 teaspoons with warm water before bedtime. Taking it with warm water would probably be easier, but I'm real raw. Okay, give it to me. Give it to me. So I'll just take it that way. I don't know. I just feel like I get the best of it if I just take it raw like that. I mean, even though drinking it with water, it goes through the same digestive process. But we're gonna see how this works and how it makes it feel. This should, when your body is also oxygenated, you should also feel energized. So, yeah, that's it. And I'll get back to y'all with an update on how it's been working, and I'll make sure to notate some of the changes that I see and feel with taking this herb. So again, it is the Haritaki, and we shall see. Bye, y'all.